So it's Tuesday the 16th of November, I believe, or 17th November, and I'm about to go to Barnet, film for the documentary. I've got everything charging here, I've got cameras charging, tripod ready to go, so yeah, let's go and do it. I'm just about to leave for Barnet and putting the equipment in the car. It's week 8 now, and yeah, I'm filming the training today for the documentary. It's been back to back every day so far, but yeah, it's going to be worth it, and it'd be good to film the training, get the GoPro out as well. It's getting sub-zero now, very cold. Yeah, it's about 8 o'clock, been up since 6, so yeah, let's do this, get the equipment in the car. And we'll be back there in a couple of days as well to do the interviews, so it's all go, and we're going to make everything happen so I get that first class. Every so often it is good to see where you are at and take a measure of progress, and right now I'm standing here back at Barnet, back at the Hive, and you know, it's quite funny, I drove in just now and there's a lot more activity here, a lot more security guards, a lot more going on than there was at Braintree. It made me realise I'm now part of a club doing this filming. Obviously, you know, it's good for my university stuff, and I obviously don't want to go on to be filming matches and stuff, but it's the skills you're learning, the transferable skills, and it's a step up. You know, last season I was at Braintree, now I'm here at Barnet, an ex-professional football club, and a massive setup. So every so often it's good to see where you're at, and it's getting into the winter time now. This time last winter I wasn't playing football and I was just doing Braintree filming, but now I'm back playing football, doing this as well, balancing both. And yeah, I mean, I can't believe 1 week ago it was when I was seeing Dean at Wembley. Time flies by, and it's quite amazing how quick time does go. You think it's going to be a long old year, but when you're busy and doing things, it goes quick. So welcome to the video. This week is another busy week. Today I'm filming for my documentary, filming the first team training. I managed to get access to that. I'll be back here on Thursday to interview the manager, some of the players, and a few other staff members such as the media guy and who I work with, Adam. And then tomorrow I'm going to Birmingham to go to the National Achievers Congress, which is a massive personal development success event basically, where the biggest speakers from around the world, Gary V, Ty Lopez, Russell Brand, Grant Cardone, are speaking at. It's on today actually, but I realised that I need to prioritise this, so I'm doing that. And tomorrow I'm going to go to hopefully see Ty Lopez and also Gary V. I've met him once at an event, but to see him speak would be amazing. And you know, you never can underestimate the power of one idea and how it can change your life. If I hadn't have gone to that National Achievers Congress a couple of years ago, 3 years ago in London with Jason Val, I wouldn't have been doing the juicing. So that's how powerful one event and one person can be. But right now, yeah, obviously the event will be going on right now, and you have to learn to play the game in life, because I've realised that I could have gone today, but there's going to be a lot of speakers there, like stocks and shares that I'm not really interested in. So you learn to play the game a bit, you go for what you really want to see, and you learn to balance both areas of life. But I've got unfinished business here. Obviously, with the BBC filming a couple of weeks ago for the Fleetwood game, now it's my turn to go over there and do some filming, because yeah, I'm not done here yet, and I need to get that top level documentary complete and get it done to the best of my ability whilst I'm here and got the access. So let's go. By the way, UCFB have a partnership with Barnet now, along with like QPR, Brentford, I think, loads of other clubs, but right behind me there's some people from university just training, so yeah, UCFB follows you everywhere. Mind you, it is only about 15 minutes from here at Wembley Stadium anyway, so it kind of makes sense. And quite a lot of people who have gone to UCFB have ended up working here, so here I am. Today is all about filming training and confirming some smaller details, such as getting the GoPro inside the dressing room. But yeah, day one of filming at Barnet at the Hive. Let's go. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. 3 times you lot.
Zoom on him, zoom on him.
Push. Good. Yes. Touch, get up. Post. Push. Good. Have a get strike. Good save. Yeah, good. And as you get round, just push. Go. Speed. Good save. Look at the ball. Good OT.
One eternity later.
And that's a wrap for today. 3 hours later, or 4 hours later, 1:35. Filmed training, met the manager properly for once, not just after a match and a quick chat. Properly got to talk to him about what I do at university, and got to talk to him about my footballing career. I'll see him again Thursday for the interview. I need to get questions down on paper and get that done. Met Scott Loach again, the goalkeeper, met some of the players properly. So yeah, it's great for networking. Got lots of shots, got lots of action. Still want more, but so far so good. A couple of the players were like, "Oh, what are you filming for?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm doing a documentary." And I was like, "Oh, okay, what's it about?" And you're like, apart from saying the obvious, you're like, well, I don't know really. It's about the club and
Shit.
but yeah, you know, to be serious, on a serious note, you know, it's about the club and it's about what it means to the people of the club, the professional people, the people behind the scenes, and interviewing them and following their journey through a match day and through training. So my second one will be stronger, Atlanta, but this is good. This is good access. And yeah, I've got myself a coffee. Well, a nice latte. It's disgusting.
Disgusting.
What else? You could tell I was not with it quite this morning because I parked completely out of the bay. So I've only just realised that now. I probably wasn't awake. That's why I need that coffee now. But yeah, that's good to get some filming done today. And I got some praise from one of the staff members here about the goal I filmed the other day, and they put that on their Instagram. Got hundreds of views, if not thousands now, so that's very good.
Great success.
What did I learn from today? Well, I think the number one thing I've realised is that you can now go away, because I wasn't originally coming today, I was just going to come on Thursday, and I've realised actually to come a few days or multiple times, you know, even if I want to come after the Ebbsfleet match, I can do that. And I've learned that the best thing to do is to get out, you learn by doing, and then you get ideas, your brain works on it, and you'll come back and you'll know exactly what to do next time. A few other things, just small things, you know, making sure that when I get this footage, I get it organised into a sync pool. I think that's what they call it.
I don't have a clue what you're talking about, Phil. Not a fucking clue.
And starting to get an idea of where this is going with the footage. And also just to make sure I fully know what I'm doing on Thursday, I'm going to have 3 cameras set up. So I'm going to have the main camera, which is, so I'm utilising the BT Sport camera, the UCFB camera, so I get like a side shot, and then I use my iPhone, probably just like right on the side. Might not need to use that, but you know, I can use that as just like social media stuff, you know, but LinkedIn and stuff like that, so kind of all comes together. Yeah, so that's what I've learned for today, that you can go away now and work on it and improve it and make the use of Thursday and next Tuesday the big day. I've realised how important it is to believe in yourself when you're networking. You know, my dad would always tell me, you know, sell yourself, tell them what you do, and I did that today, and it's sowing the seed. You're never gonna go for the clothes in any person or anything in life straight away. You know, what you want takes a few steps, and it's amazing. They say you become who you mix with, and it's amazing to be around a first team professional football club in Barnet here, not only for the filming and the university stuff, but you know, in a football sense, because I'm doing both. And it's funny when I say to people I play for Sawbridgeworth Town, because no one's really heard of it, but it's a stepping stone to success, and it's about the experience, not the title. And obviously got 2 games this week, 2 big games, quarter final on Saturday. But in terms of right now, you know, the time you spend with people who are above you is invaluable. The time you spend with people who are above you is just invaluable. And yeah, it's a few other things I just need to remember for Thursday. I must ask Darren Currie for the GoPro access on the player and in the dressing room. That comes through trust, because I've already been told probably not. So I need to ask, need to get an answer from the horse's mouth, as they say. Try and get like maybe a Scott Loach or a player filming a social media clip, and yeah, I think that's it. Just remember what Tom Watt said, try and get something that no one would have seen before, and that's what will make it stand out. Obviously I'm going to end with kickoff, but I want to capture something that no one would have seen before, and that's probably going to be the dressing room, both dressing rooms perhaps, so we'll see. Okay, we're back on the way to Barnet, and it's going to be another really busy day, but it's going to be good. Interviewing the manager of Barnet, players, filming training, then off to Wembley. Hopefully I'll see Andy Harrington, that'd be great. He's in Wembley doing an event for the next 2 days, and also I've got university lectures, so very busy, but we can handle it. Back at the Hive for day 2 of filming, and today is all about interviewing, more training, and obviously lectures later on this afternoon, and then the final filming day will be next Tuesday, obviously match day, portrait documentary against Ebbsfleet United. So obviously I'm interviewing the managers today, the manager and a couple of the players, and it's one of those things, you know, that, you know, it's quite intimidating, it's a bit of a test, but something I've learned through public speaking and a lot of these things is that when you get in the environment, when you finally sit down and do it, you rise up. I think they call it social facilitation, which means you do better when you're more under pressure sometimes, and that comes from experience. If you've done enough things in the past, then you'll rise up, and yeah, and I know that's true, so looking forward to this. It's quite amazing actually. I just followed Ty Lopez, and he's in Dubai now, so it shows you how life can be different. Taking some of the equipment inside, it is freezing. It's the coldest day to date so far, and this year, and it's getting that way now, but my hand holding this phone is freezing. But what I wanted to say was, you know, obviously I've been back to back this week, but you know, it's proper, it's, you know, it's really good stuff like, to grow as a person, to be around top level people yesterday, today again. It's what you want, and I look back on this, you know, I have to remind myself, like sometimes you sort of think, you know, do I really need to do this, do I need to do that, and you realise, you know, in a year's time I won't be having to do this, you know, it's only for this year, so see it as, you know, put the effort in now, and as Muhammad Ali says, live the rest of your life as a champion, as they say. On the training pitch, it's freezing, I'm trying to replace the battery in the SD card in this GoPro. It's so hard and your hands are freezing. I just had an email actually. It said your UCFB graduation day. Can't really think about that right now whilst I'm in the middle of trying to get the degree. But yeah, just put this on Scott Loach, goalkeeper. That was really good. So look forward to seeing the footage from the goalkeeping session.
You realise, there you go, like he's sprinting in between it with that. That's what?
Doesn't start from there every time. It's
always you, it's not a problem, isn't it? You don't take you up.
You're in.
What happened?
Can we regain the
Time! Use your body! Use your body!
So I'm just testing out an angle for the interview for Scott Loach and Josh Walker outside here. I think it looks alright. It's funny, I was sitting here and I was thinking, you know, obviously I'm aiming for a top grade in this assignment, but I was thinking if I don't get that then it's not worth it. But I was thinking of course it's worth it. Well, how often would you get around a first team National League club apart from actually training? This is the next best thing. So it's great, and you know, just to be around it is a lot better than not. Seeing it sometimes is better than actually being involved, because you can actually look at it from a closer perspective, and you never know what things can lead to. So yeah, gonna keep going around seeing where the best place to do this interview, and we'll go from there. I think I've sorted out the cameras now. I think, as they say, you'll never regret trying your best. You'll never regret doing something worthwhile. So that is what you have to remember in every situation when you're pushing yourself. About to do the interviews, Scott Loach, Josh Walker, Darren, Currie, the manager, so that'd be good. And then off to uni tomorrow, and then a cut game on Saturday, quarter-final, so there we go. Busy week of football again. So it's currently week 8 of the semester, and it's all about filming, training, doing interviews and match filming as well. I'm doing a portrait documentary, is what they call it, and it's going well so far, so working on it to make it the best it can be. Now I'm just filming the first team training at Barnet at the Hive. Just to be around it and watching it is great for my own game. But yeah, to be doing this, filming it, is really good for the documentary. So yeah, interviews coming up, and game next Tuesday. Something like this, talking right down the camera. I don't know, it feels like quite serious. We can try it, we'll try it in the seat as well. Down the camera. Something like that. The hardest thing about the interview is deciding whether to go down the camera, because that, like, you know, that's unique and that's a bit different, or whether just go traditional and like from the side. But I'll make a decision and we'll soon find out what's better. Sometimes it's better when you just let it happen and see, you test it out with the interviewee and see what looks better. It's all about, you know, what suits the story, I suppose. Right, just wrapped up here doing the interviews at Barnet. It was really good. It's funny, when you get into it, you just go off on a tangent, nothing like you planned. You have a plan and then you just, subconsciously it comes to you. But got all the equipment here, and yeah, gonna head to Wembley now. My lecture's on, might see Harrington at the event. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on, but just like that, the interviews are done, and now it's all about the match next Tuesday. So yeah, keep it all going. Walked past the chairman actually, and it was I tried to get him in my documentary, but he didn't want to, and it's a shame. But you know, I've got a lot of other stuff with the other people, so hopefully the final product will be really good. And the guy who I work with said, "Oh yeah, when it's done, can you show it to us, because we might want to use it." So that's really good. That's really promising. Just need to deliver now. I think it's like a lot of things in life. You know, when you get into it, and like, people often say, "Oh, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that?" But you know, I saw this UCFB opportunity as a way of getting a degree, but also finding a degree that I actually enjoy, and not doing some psychology or something at some Lincoln University which I don't like. So that would answer that question. And you know, it might not be what I do as a career, but it's the experience you get from it is invaluable, and experience is experience, and people are people, and that's the skills you need in any venture in life. Don't get me wrong though, this documentary process is stressful, and you know, the thoughts going through your head just trying to make it, you know, first class. But I always believe that in the end it'll always be worth it, no matter the grade you get, because you know you gave it your best, and that's all you can do. And you work, and then you work smart, and then you see what happens. And also, doing the interviews just then, you know, I got to go in the manager's office, Darren Currie's office. You know, that's quite an achievement to get to that stage, you know, where you're actually interviewing a National League first team manager in his own office, and you're asking him questions. I mean, that's pretty good, really. And sometimes I have to remind myself of how far I've come, not just, you know, doing this stuff, because, you know, I don't necessarily want to be the world's best interviewer, but what I do want to be is the best that I can be, and doing this is just a part of developing that and testing yourself, networking, talking to people who you find maybe a bit intimidating, but you do it anyway. And that's what I've found from all of this is, if it's hard, if it's easy, do it easy. If it's hard, do it hard. And I think you can't go far wrong if you have that mentality in life. What a song. This is the Barnet song. I remember the beginning of the season. What I would say is balance is key, and it's hard. Like, it's really hard to focus on football when you're filming documentary, and it's really hard to focus on speaking when you're focused on university, and vice versa. And all I can say is keep going, and remember what Ty Lopez says, you only got one shot at this university rigmarole, as they call it. Rigmarole, and you have to fully grasp the opportunity. And you know, you could always redo a year, but that's not in my DNA. You know, to get it done in the first shot, no mistakes, get it done, and come out with the best possible grade. Yeah, and obviously talking to Scott Loach, interviewing him, it would be fantastic if I get to the point where I get to train with him. Obviously I trained with Ben Killip at Braintree, so yeah, it's a bit weird because like with Braintree I kind of met him and then got to know him, whereas this has been straight into it. But he knows me now, he's a great guy, and kind of makes sense really. When you're a top professional you have to be, and he definitely is. I've also just seen that UCFB have got a guest speaker next week, Arsenal manager, I think it's Unai Emery. That's going to be massive. Loads of people are going to go to that. Oh well, it recovers, only pain. One massive thing I took away from yesterday with Ty Lopez is that he said every day you should look to just do one thing really well. And obviously some people it's a bit different, you can't do that if you're working, but you know, if you did 365 things in a year well, and you focused on one thing a day, you wouldn't go too far wrong. Like today, I'm here at uni, it's easy to want to focus on other things, but see it as this is about university today, so I focus completely on that, and that works well. And it might be stressful at the time, but it's not about perfection, it's about getting a result. What's the chances I'm at university and then the guy who I go to public speaking for is here as well, so let's see if we can get in and meet him. I've never been in the Hilton, but parents have stayed here. Probably stay here on graduation, but I'm meant to be doing a promo video for them, and but sometimes these things don't come off, so hopefully it will. It'll go towards my course. Who'd have thought it, a pool in Wembley? I couldn't imagine being in the swimming pool right next to where I study. Right, just waiting for him, for Andy. He's around somewhere, so hopefully catch him on video quickly and say a few words. Yeah, be good. So basically right now Andy's with the other speakers of this event, Expert Empires, so I'm going to come back. I spoke to a lovely girl who helped me out, and hopefully we get to see him in a minute. Right now I go to uni. I said I wasn't going to be there, but I might as well pop in and then I'll come back to it. Like I said, that's really weird. It's like mixing two lifestyles in one, both worlds in one. Get the best of both worlds. So I'm back in the car, and I've just messaged Andy Harrington. He said it'll be an hour or so I think I'll wait in Wembley. Might as well, worth seeing him. So I'll keep you posted. Wow, I'm knackered. Still in Wembley, waiting for Andy Harrington in the car. Just had to survive. This month is the toughest of them all, and thankfully it's the last one, being at university. But you know, there's opportunity in everything. That's like seeing Andy Harrington. What's the chances? You never know what's around the corner. But yeah, haven't even been to the gym, so a little bit out of routine, but it's not a bad thing to rest. Right, Andy Harrington's just messaged me back, and he said he's all available now, so I have to go now. And when you commit yourself to these things, you have to step up and rise and do it. And obviously I know him, but you know, anytime seeing someone who's influential, you have to be on top form, so let's go. So I'm joined now with Andy Harrington, the guy who has transformed my public speaking, and he's taken everything to the next level for me. I'm part of his Public Speakers, Professional Speakers Academy, going really well. How's today been? How's the last few months been for you, Andy?
Yeah, busy, you know. Lots of international speaking gigs, different time zones, etc. So, but look, I'm not going to play. It's what I want to do. You know, it's great. But be under no illusion. There's no magic button for any of these things.
No.
It's always work.
Yeah.
Just hopefully the work is more rewarding for you and the people whose lives you are influencing and helping. So it's great to see that you're out there doing stuff as well.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
The biggest thing that most people do now is build an audience around what you do. Even if you don't plan to be a speaker or anything like that, it doesn't matter. What you're trying to do is build a community, a following of people who are like-minded and are aware of you. And then as a result of that, you can build up that awareness, but then at some point, those people might want to buy something for you or take your advice in some way. So you don't know, so don't wait, start building up. And a bit like you're doing now, the best way to build content is to when you're creating it, you don't have to teach. You can be standing in front, stand in front of a flip chart. I think. That's part of it as well, can be. But it's about you capturing what you're good at. So whatever you're good at, whatever you're a genius at, if you want people to know what you do, then you've got to show them that. So if you're good at magic, then you should be doing magic in the street.
Definitely.
If you're a dancer, you should be doing crazy dances, right?
Yeah.
Doing those flash dances.
Yeah.
Right? You've got to do something. I always say it's three things really. Your content should be emotional, entertaining, and/or educational.
Yeah.
And you can do all three of those really.
And that's what makes it stand out.
Exactly. And you've got to show yourself as well. So when you're doing your football stuff, for example, play a game, you're going to do a vlog afterwards, talk about the game, talk about the mistakes you made.
Yeah.
Just be real, because people love that. If it's always this facade of success and it's all going well, it's not like, because normal conversations, when you get to know someone really well, normally your friend opened up to you, shit day, this happened. And that's what proper friendship looks like. It's when somebody shares their problems and challenges, and then we get to realise, it's reciprocal. And they don't, because otherwise if you always come across as the person nailing it all the time, you're just like a knob, basically. And it's just not real. So it's important. I think, years ago, that was the image, wasn't it? Social media and all the image was early on, success, millionaire haircut, Rolex watch, whatever. But now it's much more about being real and being available and accessible. And even the big guys that years ago, even though they're now trying to make themselves accessible because that's what people want.
And obviously, I'm part of your academy, and in the last one, I got to speak in front of everyone.
You did.
Won an award.
And you won.
That was great, yeah. And obviously, in terms of your vision,
probably one of the youngest winners ever. Actually.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Quite
Yeah.
potentially,
But for me, that was massive, and the opportunity to
validation.
to get around people like yourself is the best thing you can do to be successful. And but obviously, in terms of yourself, what is your vision at this point in time? Where do you want to take the academy? Where do you want to take everything going forward?
Yeah, so I recognise that there's only so much you can do, just me. So we are looking into a licensing model right now.
Okay.
Because for 10 years now we've run the academy. It's very solid, great infrastructure, great coaches and mentors. And yet, for me to go and open up in certain countries, different languages, probably going to be pretty much impossible. There are over 200 countries out there. So for us, it's about packaging up what we do into a business in a box, if you like, and selling that as a licensed operation.
Definitely.
So that other people can. So the good that I've produced, hopefully other people can pick it up. And I don't have to be involved.
No.
But it's still the system and the ideas that we put together, backed with the coaches and mentors we've already got. Yeah.
That's great. Well, you're a busy guy, and I see all the work you do, and I can't thank you enough. And
That's right.
I look forward to December PSA.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let's do it all again next year.
Yeah. See you then. Wow. Just spoke to Andy for a good 15 minutes, and it's that's the first time I've actually sort of talked to someone on a vlog who's actually famous as such. So that was good, and obviously he captured it all. He had someone capturing it, so I love to test myself. I love to talk to these people, so we'll keep it going. We'll be back here tomorrow. I think the number one thing, and people in my family and my sister will call me out on this, is that when I talk to people who I admire, I go proper serious, proper monotone. But trust me, definitely working on it. You can't be 100%, you know, relaxed the whole time. You know, it's serious business, and so you have to you know, treat it accordingly. But you know, the more I do these things, the better I get, I feel, and I always believe in anything that's worth doing. It's worth doing poorly to begin with, and then you get better at it. And Andy Harrington's a guy who I think is going to take my career to the next level, and so yeah, it was great to talk to him. And also, at the end of the day, it's always better doing something and trying it than not doing it at all. No one remembers the person who didn't try or who didn't even attempt. You know, you have to do things even if they don't feel right, but you know what the right thing is to do, you do it. And this philosophy of doing it anyway pops up all the time, and it's whether you choose to do it or not, which determines your success. And I just know that if you persist in life, you're patient, you stay positive, that's the main thing, then you'll always get what you want in any case. So that was great to talk to Andy. He's been massive in terms of my public speaking, getting business ideas and really developing everything I'm doing in that sense. So that was great to see him. That was great to get him on the video, because for me that's a bit of a test, to talk to someone, essentially interview someone who I've looked up to for the last good 5-10 years, you know, ever since I saw him first at the National Achievers Congress. And obviously being at Barnet today, interviewing manager, players, just interviewing Andy Harrington essentially on camera, these are the days that make you. This is what I believe, you know, the days that you find hard, you'll look back in years to come, in months to come, and say, because I did that, I'm now doing this. And you know, when there's opportunity around you, you cannot let it escape you. I watched a Tony Robbins video just before this, and he said, the greatest gift that I've got is I don't let opportunity pass me. And if you can't do something, or you find someone else saying you can't do that, that is exactly why you have to do it, and you must do it, because otherwise you won't grow. And the reason you want to grow is because you want to achieve your goals, you want to get better in life, and the only way you do that is by continually testing yourself. So almost time to wrap the video up, but yeah, back in Wembley tomorrow, and then quarter-final on the weekend, so that'd be great, and I'll be filming that. Stay tuned for some football highlights coming very soon on the channel, and I'll keep you posted. I'm going to end the video here. If you did enjoy it, and you've enjoyed all the new additions, like Andy Harrington coming on, obviously I had Darren on the last video, but if you do enjoy it, then click the thumbs up, click subscribe as well so you don't miss anything, and I'll talk to you in the next video.
Whew.